What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Mike Robinson, and this is an impromptu episode of Let's Take a Walk. Um, we had a little bit of technical difficulty. Can you hear me?
I can. You're a little muffled. Is your hand over the mic?
Okay, it might be over the mic. I'm sorry. Yeah, this is an impromptu episode of Let's Take a Walk. We had a few technical difficulties, but we will adapt and overcome, as the military says. So with me, I have uh, my new sister, Miss Stephanie Wood. Um, she is a basketball phenom. She is
Oh, stop,
entre-
stop.
she is an entrepreneur. She is a motivational speaker. She is a life coach of sorts. You name it, she does it. So she reached out to me and was like, "Yo, Mike, can I come on your show to let people know what I'm doing?" So I said, "Sure," because this is my sister. I know this is a Thursday, and I usually do this on Friday nights, but that's what this platform is for. So I'm not even gonna ask a bunch of questions. I'm just gonna let her rock and tell y'all exactly what she has in store. With
Mike,
that
thanks,
being
man.
said, go ahead.
Look,
No
Mike,
problem.
me and you are actually on a walk together today. You are walking around trying to find service, and I am walking
Right.
around trying to find service because I'm traveling today.
Right.
So both of us are just making it work. We're making it work, man. That's all we can do.
Got
And
to. Got to.
I appreciate you so much because I know you have a regular schedule programming and our schedules
Right.
just haven't been matching up. So I appreciate your grace and I love what you've been doing with your show and everyone is
Thank
just
you.
enjoying it so much. So, I had to come back and see if you could help me out with my conference that's coming up.
Okay.
So I
Tell me
wanted to
about it.
just let everybody know that I'm kind of back in the game. I'm back to basketball and I'm really enjoying it. I have the Steph Wood Hoops Coaches Conference that is premiering April 12th, produced by Championship Productions. And Mike, I don't know, have you joined the group? Have you seen the lineup at all?
I have not. I have not.
Okay, well, our lineup is really excellent. We have a top notch set of 20 speakers that are going to be presenting. We've got James Jones from Yale. We have Bob Hurley Sr., who's a Hall of Fame coach. We have Ole Miss's coach. We have University of California at Riverside, Coach Magpie. We also have Gannon Baker, who is a world renowned skill development coach and one of my mentors. We also have Noel Gillespie, and he's an assistant, sorry, he's the head coach of the G League Atlanta Hawks team, the Erie Bayhawks. And then we also have Adam Tatalovich, who is an international scout for the New York Knicks, and one of the assistant coaches for the Pistons is going to be joining us. So the conference is going to be amazing, going to be held virtually, and I'm really, really excited.
Okay. So how long has this been in the works?
So, I think that basketball for me it's always been in my blood, and of course before 2009 that's what I did. I trained kids professionally and I was a skill development coach all over the country. I worked with Nike Skills, and of course I worked with Gannon Baker, and I worked with some of the best in the business, and I was really fortunate to be in those situations. Fast forward to now, years later, it's been 15 years since I coached basketball. It's been a long time since I even uh, was around the game, but I get to come back to the game like this. So it's been in the planning for a while, and Championship Productions was so gracious to take on the project, and it's going to be an amazing event.
Okay. So so is this something that are you gonna have how are you gonna speak? Are you gonna be doing some things
Good
as well?
question.
Or
Yeah. So my role in this is my event. It's my conference. So I get to interview all these guys, and I get to moderate the conversation. I get to handle the chat. I get to facilitate, and I'm excited because coming back to the game like this was something I couldn't have imagined, to come back at this level with the coaches that we have on the squad. We also have Dave Polson from George Mason. We've got Coach Jones from Norfolk State University. So we have a really good mix of people coming back, and the response that I've gotten has been really great. So I'm looking forward to interviewing these guys and just getting my brand back out there with basketball.
Okay, so who are you catering to? Like, who are you aiming for? Like, who is this for?
That's a great. Look, Mike. I'm telling you what, Mike. Don't nothing get past you, man. Look, is this conference is only for basketball coaches. So you can be at a rec level, you can be at an AAU level, a travel ball level, you can be at a junior college, a Division 2, 3, 1 college. Literally, this is for the basketball coach. This is for today's basketball coach. Some of the topics, that we're going to be discussing. Of course, coaches will be presenting their PowerPoints and discussing motion offenses and defensive schemes and different things like that. But also, we've got some coaches lined up to talk about things like how to train today's player. What's it been like teaching and coaching the game during COVID? So if you're a coach at any level, if you're a skill coach, if you're a basketball specific weight training coach, this is the conference that you want to be on. And honestly, Mike, it's literally, there's nothing that can be wrong with teaming up with Championship Productions. They produced my 3 skill development videos when I was working with Nike Basketball and Infinity Shoes on their skill circuit. And it was such a great opportunity and a great experience. And they're going to produce a top-notch event. I don't know, some of the graphics and marketing materials that have come out have been just second to none. So anytime you get a chance as a coach to team up with Championship Productions, you want to do that.
Wow. Okay, so is this the first annual, or is this
Yeah,
going to be
so
annual, or is it?
it has to be, because here's what happened, Mike. We wanted 15 coaches, 3 sessions per night. The response was so crazy good that now we have 20 sessions, 4 sessions per night. And it's just people wanting to add every single day. So we'll obviously be sharing more information on the Facebook page at Steph Wood Hoops Coaches Conference, and that'll be year round. But this specific conference, the Steph Wood Hoops Conference, will be an annual event. And the videos will then be turned into some educational pieces that will be available, to purchase later on, much after the event is finished.
Wow, wow, wow. I
I'm
mean,
excited.
to say that, I'm sure. I'm sure. Now, give that date and the dates and times again.
Sure. So we start on April 12th, and the schedule for that is coming out. If you'll look later on today in the Facebook group at Steph Wood Hoops Coaches Conference, you'll see the registration link pop up. And on that registration, you'll get to see what day each speaker is presenting on any given day. We're going to go April 12th, 6, 7, and 8, 6, 7, 8, and 9 p.m. And then all the way through each day, we end on the 16th with 4 sessions each night, beginning at 6. And the thing is, Mike, you don't have to catch it live. This is the great part about this event, is as long as you signed up and you've purchased the registration, you can go on at any time until sometime in May to view the sessions. And that's going to be great because it is a complete virtual event. So it'll give coaches who are at practice, skill coaches who are, have training sessions, and even coaches that are still playing, an opportunity to watch, even if they can't come on live.
Okay, so
Sorry about
if
the
they
background noise.
it's okay. If I'm a coach and I'm coming on live, do I have the opportunity to be interactive? Can I ask a particular coach questions
Yeah,
or
great
whatever? Is this
question, Mike.
interactive? Hmm.
Yeah, for sure. That's another place where I come in as the moderator and the facilitator and the creator of the conference. I get to facilitate the chat, and there will be up to 15 minutes during each session for people to submit their questions via the chat. And of course, we will have follow-up emails and different opportunities for coaches to connect well past the conference, to share information, glean information, and to become better. We want to grow. It's growth season. It's time to take an opportunity of adversity and let's get after it.
Why now? I mean, with everything, with pandemic and everything, making things a little bit more challenging and whatnot like that.
Yeah.
Why now?
I'm going to tell you why now. So, I've been in business for myself for a really long time, and 2020 was a tough year for all of us. Aside from the fact that many of the people that I love and care about were affected physically by
Hmm.
COVID, but everyone that I know and love and care for was affected financially by COVID. And all of the businesses that I managed, built, had relationships with, I saw them go through it. And in March of 2020, I started losing those contracts. Mike, you got to understand, like, if you're someone that builds and manages businesses and
Hmm.
businesses aren't doing anything,
Right,
you become the first one to get cut. And it's no hard feelings. In
right,
fact,
right,
I
right.
I I brought a lot of my clients to that decision early because I felt like it was the right thing for them. That said, what it did for me was it forced me to go inside and figure out what did Steph really want for the next 10 years of her life, the next 20 years of her life. I took all of my computer files and just put everything in 2020 and before, and I didn't look back. And I said, I'm going back to my roots. Every year I get a royalties check from Championship Productions for my videos that I produced 15 years ago. And this year it just hit me different. And I wanted to get back to the game. I wanted to get back to basketball. It had been so good to me, and I had done so many great things prior to my community work in the Franklin, Virginia area. So I just really wanted to get back to my roots. I wanted to get back to where I learned a lot of my business development and business management skills. And of course, there's nothing like hearing the ball bounce, smelling the gym, getting out. Like, I've even gone to shoot basketball again. Like, it's everything. And I'm having the time of my life.
That is awesome. You absolutely seem very, very excited.
Well, I'm
Very, very
honored.
excited.
And I think my excitement is somewhat, it's overwhelming because for people like that to say yes to me, I've felt very, very humble, and very, somewhat unworthy of those yeses. But now I'm sitting here talking with people across the aisle, and I feel like I'm back, and I feel like I should have, I feel like I never left. And the welcome back has been immense. And I say this, and I'm saying this a lot, but, to be able to come back to the game like this, I could have never imagined it.
So that's a good thing. That's a good subject that you brought up. What was the process? What was that process like? Getting everybody to, reaching out to everybody.
Yeah.
Was that a difficult process, or,
So yeah, especially because of the timing. A lot of the coaches, a good number of the coaches that are presenting are definitely in their postseason. And so we had to have a team effort. Early on, I had some local support, and that was good. But then Championship Productions stepped in and signed on as the production company, and they're the number one production company for skill development videos in the world. So when they signed on, it really was a matter of sending an email to these coaches, introducing myself, and then letting Championship go to work on my behalf. And they did that, and that shows a lot. And I'm really, really
Mhm.
grateful.
That is awesome. So was anyone, without throwing anybody under the bus, were there coaches that were harder to get to than others? I mean, as far as
They're
getting the
all
yes.
hard to get to, man. Are you kidding me? Like, honestly, I would say 7 reached out to me. And I
Wow.
felt like that was amazing. Gannon was the first yes, and I didn't even ask him. He just offered it to me, and that really means a lot to me because he was my basketball mentor. He was my business mentor first and foremost before anyone else. So to have him say yes was great. And then what really blew me was that Adam Tatalovich and Noel Gillespie and these guys that are working in the NBA said yes. So that's really exciting. Mike, I'm telling you guys, we are having trouble today. Like, we cannot get it together. The Wi-Fi is terrible. Let's see if he comes back on. Hmm. Well, you guys, I don't know whether I should get off this. And you guys check more out about Mike Robinson and his Facebook group. You can peep him at Mike Robinson on Facebook. You can learn more about the conference by visiting the Steph Wood Hoops Coaches Conference private Facebook group. And then you can reach me at whatsinyourgym.com. We'll definitely have more information about the event. Mike, thank you so much. I got to go on to my thing. Y'all have a blessed day.
So I had a little snafu with the Wi-Fi or whatever, but hopefully Steph will get back on. Um, so as she said, April 12th is her coaches conference. It sounds like it's going to be really exciting. This conference is for coaches to network and ask questions and kind of glean and network with one another, and that's what this platform is all about: making that bridging that gap and bringing people together for a common good. This is something dope to do during this pandemic. Um, everybody walking around trying to figure out what to do next um, without having to worry about social distancing and masking. This is a virtual and interactive event. So if you're a coach and if you're a coach from anywhere, not just in the local area, but if you're a coach, college, high school, AAU, rec league, whatever the case may be, please stop in and check it out. Go to Stephanie Wood. It's her Facebook. Go to her Facebook, and she will absolutely direct you in the right direction to where you need to go as far as signing up. Um, if you got players that are interested, hey, bring them too. Let them check it out too. Um, um, she's gonna come back on. That was absolutely my fault. But we're gonna get a final word with her real quick if we can to just let people know what she has going on. I mean, I know that we've talked about it, but as much as we can, we're gonna try to pound it in so you guys can remember. If you're a coach, if you know a coach, related to a coach, married to a coach, the child of a coach, hip them to what's going on with this. Like I said, it proves to be beneficial to anybody who's interested in the game in any capacity. Um, let's do it. Like I said, this is a impromptu episode of Let's Take a Walk. So this was these difficulties, these challenges were kind of unforeseen, but Anyway, I'll see y'all tomorrow night. Um, where we have Ramonta Allen, singer, songwriter, CEO, business owner. Um, you name it, he does it. And I look forward to chopping it up with him. Look forward to chopping it up with him. Please, if you get the opportunity, come on, tune in tomorrow night. This video, I mean this interview will be on YouTube. If you go onto YouTube and do Let's Take a Walk featuring Stephanie Wood. Please like, subscribe, and share. Please like, subscribe, and share. If you've missed some of the other videos that I've done with like the Kelly brothers and Miss Charvette Mitchell and um, Marvelous Marissa, Antonio Neal, some of those, just to name a few. Please go onto YouTube and type in "Let's Take a Walk" featuring whichever one, Antonio Neal, any one of them. Like, share, and subscribe. We're trying to get the subscribers up, trying to get the likes and the views up. So please, please, please help a brother out. Okay. On that note, I'm out of here. Talk to you later. Let's take a walk.